Guys, so I wanted to talk about my anime of the year, and to me, the anime that leaves the most impact throughout the year is my anime of the year, and that's why I would like to tell you why Devilman Crybaby takes the spot as the anime of the year of 2018. When Devilman Crybaby was first announced, I was pretty hyped. I was a huge fan of Go Nagai's iconic and influential manga, so a more modern take would be pretty cool. The 70s series, while fun, certainly never hit any of the darkness the manga got to. The two OVAs from the 80s did an okay job at adapting some of the manga but were cheesy in many regards. The 90s OVA was cool, but was a strange what if story. So hearing of getting a new adaptation in honor of the 50th anniversary of Go Nagai's career was cool. And seeing one of my favorite directors, Masaki Uasa, and Code Geass director Ichiro Okuchi on the project certainly heightened my hype. And after just binge watching all 10 episodes on Netflix, I can honestly say my expectations were not only met, they were in many ways surpassed. So, coming back to the main story, the adaptation respects the manga's narrative while also taking some risky choices that make this not only stand out on its own but still show love for it. The story is more or less the same. For the most part, this adaptation nails the story, carrying all the beats of what happened and what made the original so great. Iconic moments from the manga are kept, great scenes are adapted well, even a lot of moments are expanded upon and given a boost. Some scenes never happened in the original but were great choices narrative wise and really added a sense of originality and greatness. All in all, the story is a great blend of what Go Nagai's manga made was incredible, while its own additions are great too. It even helps with the much of the themes of the manga. Coming back to the characters, I would like to speak a lot of things, great things about the characters. Each character in this adaptation ascertains their original elements, pathos, and overall development. The hearts of the originals are still kept intact. From Akira's empathetic but sometimes goofy nature, Ryo's cold and stoic ideals, Miki's sweet but strong sense of self respect, the list goes on. Hell, even the characters they take some liberties with are still at heart who they were in the manga, and many of the ones who felt minor still feel like they have such more narrative purpose as the original and still feel like fleshed out characters. And I would like to come back to the animation and art. The character designs are fucking awesome. This was a point I knew I was going to enjoy given the director Masaki Uesa is a phenomenal director of anime, and I knew his visual style was going to make its way here. He has given us other visual delights such as Mind Game, Ping Pong the Animation, and many others. And here it's on point. His hand-drawn art style and color schematic is all over this adaptation, and it really works. And the character designs, most of which were redesigns, still look pretty good and resemble their respective characters. They do stray from Nagai's character designs, but I feel it was a choice that does work out in the end. And let's talk about the series' use of color and lighting, because like most of Yuasa's work, it shows really well here and deserves mention. If I talk about sound, music, and atmosphere, the sound design of the series is really good. Uh, I would like to give a special mention to the rap battles or the overall soundtrack in the Devilman series. If I had to nitpick anything, it would be that on occasion some sound effects are kinda reused to such an extent. Not to say the sounds they reuse don't fit the scenes they are reused in, but overall it can be heard a fair number of times. The music and score for this series, however, is fantastic, working with a nice balance of poppy techno music and electronica with great drum beats and works and other score elements that really help. I especially love the modernized Devilman's 70s theme, really catchy and honestly a banger. Just a shame it wasn't used as a series' actual opening. It befits the narrative and series tone overall. But I really like the rap battles and the overall hip hop genre. Enjoyment, yeah, this is no shocker given the prerequisites of this review. My enjoyment was really high. Not only did it exceed my expectations, it captured the same emotion and then some I got from reading Go Nagai's original manga. The action had me on the edge of the seat and pumping my fist. The drama felt gripping, the sad moments were heart wrenching, and the horror was really good and was fairly on point with the music and sound design. If any nitpicks, the sound real estate was on the low side in some regards, and certain plot points seemed rushed. But aside from that, this was one of my favorites of 2018. All in all, Devilman Crybaby is a perfect anime. It works well as an adaptation that respects its source material and takes its own liberties to stand out, and nails the landing. If any disclaimers, emotionally prep yourself since it goes towards a dark territory on many occasions and it has more than its share of violence, gore, nudity, drug use, and sex. And definitely, an not safe for work title should be used. Devilman Crybaby is still available on Netflix, and I will if you had not watched it yet, I would definitely recommend you to watch one of the best anime series of 2018. That was Devilman Crybaby. And if you have not read the 70s manga, I would definitely recommend you to watch to read it. And in this year's Crunchyroll Awards, I am definitely sure that they will give Anime of the Year to a place for the universe. But if you had to ask me, I would definitely place Devilman Crybaby over any anime that came out in 2018. Not just because of its different style, animation, and story, but it really did stand out from all the other animes that aired in 2018. And if you had to see one anime that left an impact on everyone after ending the series, it would definitely be Devilman Crybaby. And if you have watched the end of Devilman Crybaby, you will definitely will instill some of the emotions that I felt after ending it. And I would like to end it by saying that Ryo and Akira are one of the favorite characters of the show and overall characters in the entire year. And if you have to watch any one anime of 2018, I would definitely recommend you to check out Devilman Crybaby. And peace out.